Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another wonderful evening here at Late Night Snacks.
What up?
What up, buddy?
I will just jump right in and say that I am one of your hosts, Irish Melly, along with which side? This side. The
Who are you starting?
beautiful Dewanda and
Oh, that's right.
Hey,
I'm always opposite.
the
Oh, wait.
amazing that guy.
Let's do it this way.
We are going to discuss American Horror Stories, Season 1, Episode 3, titled
Chris.
Drive In.
mhm.
Stranded at the drive-in.
And I want to point out,
I look fat.
as our wonderful other teammate B pointed out, there is no hyphen in drive-in, which
Mhm.
did have multiple meanings.
Did it?
It
Did
it had
it?
no hyphen, yeah.
No, I know the titles didn't have a hyphen in it, but what was the other meaning?
Well, they drove out too. I'm just saying. So anyway, I didn't pull up my chat. Let me pull up my chat.
Yeah,
And
Susan chat.
okay, there we go.
Mhm.
And we want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for all of your likes, comments, shares,
Yeah.
and subscribes. We greatly appreciate it. And if you guys haven't commented, even after a live stream, comment below because we love to read those comments and comment back with you guys and just, converse with you guys. We want to know what the hell you guys thought because I will just tell you guys my first impression, just real quick, just one word. Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
let me say this. Oh my God, because nobody knows but you guys. So, well, if I wasn't here last stream when we covered episode 1 and episode 2
Right.
of American
Mm-hmm.
Horror
Mm-hmm.
Story.
Yeah,
I
you're absent.
I wasn't here because I had not watched them yet, so I didn't want to stream about them before I had watched them. I still haven't watched them yet. I haven't had time.
Don't bother.
But I was so happy because I'm like, hey, true anthology, I can actually watch this,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So this is like a brand
Fuck.
new, fresh, interpretation, I guess, in a way, first impression. But I want to say too that I love the fact, let's point this out, we are going to get a new intro every
Yeah,
episode.
that's the first thing I noticed.
Yes.
Our chat blew up. Yes, me again.
Yes!
Yeah, it's
Yes!
so the intro, the same song, but the our same
Hmm.
music. The
Same
intro is going to be
theme.
specific to the theme of that episode. So
Mhm.
just
Yes.
like the seasons, it's going to be specific to that. So that was really cool. I got to go back and watch episode ones now again to see what it
Yep.
was because I don't think I really paid attention. Just knew the
Yeah.
music. What's up, Duke? He wants to come up here.
All
Okay,
right.
so who's here?
Let's say hi to everybody that's here
Here,
right now.
here.
We got BRTs in the house.
Hey,
Come
B. Mwah.
Come on.
Blaze is in the
Oh
house.
my
How you
god.
doing, Blaze?
Blaze. Hi,
What's up? What's up,
Blaze.
everybody?
And of
Sorry, I got to get
course,
my dog.
I
all
want to
right.
know how Blaze celebrated his birthday last time.
Mm,
Naked.
let's see. And we also have the beautiful Miss Debbie.
Debbie.
Debbie. Hey, Debbie. Mwah.
What's up? What's
Love
up? What's
you,
up?
babe. That's my sister right there.
My East Holiness.
So
So
yeah,
So,
I
how
have
you
to.
guys want to? How are we breaking this down? What do
yeah,
you want to do? Because
well,
I have a lot to say about a lot.
let's just give a brief synopsis. Don, you want to give a brief synopsis of kind
Yeah.
of what this was, just real brief, to just touch on it, and then we'll go around likes and dislikes and
Textbook synopsis.
yeah, real
All right,
text,
we're gonna do the textbook synopsis.
Her Wikipedia version.
really quick.
This entire episode revolves around a drive-in theater,
Hmm.
which is really cool because we don't have drive-in theaters.
They're
anymore.
disappearing Well, California has them
Yeah.
everywhere.
Mhm.
No,
Still,
actually, we don't.
well,
Not
Southern
anymore.
California
Really?
is.
But
Mm.
everyone goes in to this drive-in theater to see this movie that is supposedly cursed,
Oh, let's just say we're in current time.
and we
Yeah.
are in current times. Yes.
Hmm.
So
So yeah,
there's
so
urban legend going
that's
around.
great. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the premise right there. We're
The
now
premise,
saying
right? There's an
that
urban legend.
that what we had suspected from the tease from last season of AHS, this is the urban legend season that we thought 10 was going to be. So it happens to be these stores as we had originally guessed it, and this
No,
urban legend
no,
is
Blaze,
No,
no.
we don't want
Sorry.
that.
I was
no.
hoping. I was like, please don't show me clips of the
No,
movie.
I know.
Please don't show me
That's what I
clips
was
of the
telling Julian
movie.
during the thing. I was like, well, I hope they don't show this movie. I'm not
I know.
watching this
I was
damn
like,
movie.
I'm not gonna look.
No,
I'm not
no,
gonna.
no.
And that poor boy. I'm sorry. I know we're jumping ahead, but I knew what was gonna happen when that first. I was like,
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
I said this. Well, anyways, so really quick on the synopsis. So this is going to be. I think this is going to be the urban legends season. You know, somebody
Yeah.
mentioned last episode that the murder house is kind of its own urban legend. You know, in its own way. But this is a real true urban legend. We've seen this told time and time again. You know, with
that's
like
what I wanted.
VHS and those other movies that you watch a movie or you say a name or you get a tape or whatever, you're gonna die. You know,
Yeah.
get a call. So that's this urban legend. Only it was
The
done on a
Ring. The
grander
Ring.
scale.
The Ring was a
was
big
on.
premise of
Yeah.
All right,
that.
So
First
this
of
is
all, does anyone think Adrian Barbeau's is a clue because of Swamp Thing? Yes, probably.
Okay,
maybe
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
this guy
Adrian
plays something.
No, in the episode, who was he?
She was the
Oh,
one that
she.
she was the one that put the movie on the projector.
Yeah,
Okay,
the other
okay. I couldn't figure out who that was. I'm like, I know that face. I know who she is. Who the hell is that lady?
That was Adrian.
Okay, that makes
Yep.
so much sense now.
So with
I had a
this urban
blonde
legend,
moment. Forgive me.
this urban legend is the ring. You see it, you die. And
Yeah,
they just did it on a
Mhm.
grander scale. It was a movie. They played it for a select audience. The whole audience goes crazy. They eat each other alive, and
yeah.
there you go.
But can we just say, because I know we're not going to touch on that too much at the very end, I just wish, and part of me was like, give a little bit more to this recipe. What
Yeah,
caused people to go fucking crazy? I mean, he did a little bit, but
Well, if this would have been a season on this, we would have gotten all
we
that
would
stuff.
have
We'd have
got
gotten the
in
whole history of
depth.
the
I
original.
want that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to know
I
was
actually
the in
really
depth of
appreciate.
how the movie worked.
Yeah, I actually really appreciated the little almost like novella short story type the telling of this. It was we had a beginning,
I
middle,
love
end.
that.
It was all jump scares. It was all scares that
There's
you
nothing you're
knew
waiting
you
for and you have to
knew
wait around, anticipate
correct.
for.
You knew every jump scare that was going to happen. It still got you. The
Yeah.
gore was intense.
oh, I know. I still got the jump scares.
I mean, this probably was. Somebody said it in the chat tonight. This probably was one of the scariest things that we've seen
That was me.
through
That was
American
me.
Horror Story in a long time. This
Yeah.
made me it made me nervous
No,
watching
you
it. I was
guys
just like
don't
I was like
understand. I'm sitting outside, right? Outside of a place where there's other people, and people would randomly walk around or make noise. And I had both my earbuds in, and I'm watching this intently on my phone, and I'm getting into it, and all of a sudden I'd hear somebody, and I'd jump.
she's that far.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, I knew pretty much every jump scare
And
was
then
going
I'm
to happen, and
watching
I
the
was
moon. I'm
still jumping.
watching the moon. It's almost a full moon. I'm like, dude, this is like
Mhm.
a great
All
setting
right,
to
here's
watch
the
this
answer to
type
your
of thing.
question. Here's the answer to your question, Mel.
Well,
Because
yeah. He said that. He said the 330 hertz, and he said MK Ultra, and he said a couple other things. That's what I'm saying. But I wanted to just
Well,
more in depth with it.
he gave the
He
history.
gave the quickness
He
of it.
gave the history slash urban legend history of Exorcist, and what went on with the
The
Exorcist.
the
There's
subliminals with
also
that. Yeah.
they also was the same. It was the same situation with the original Frankenstein movie. When that first came out, they even have the whole
Yeah.
intro with the director talking about how disturbing this movie is. So it was that was how they did the film. Pretty much the subliminal messages or whatever was supposedly making them do that. It was this. Oh yeah, so
Yes.
this was horror. This was horror gore. This was everything that I think we had been asking for American Horror Story since probably Roanoke.
And you
Yeah,
know what was nice was, did you guys notice because that was one thing we were speculating, and with episode 1 and 2, we know being Murder House, Rubber Man, Rubber Woman, we didn't get an American Horror Story connection specifically with episode 3.
yes,
thank you.
That's what,
Yes.
and you know what I was thinking though, but what would have been a cool subtle nod to it is if some of the clips
Yeah, I
would have
mean
been like
those have just been
Piggy Man or
those have been
something
more
like
Easter egg
that.
things. Those have been more Easter egg things than
Exactly.
connections. Which
That just would have been kind of cool.
Easter eggs are just fan
yeah.
fun. But I think I said in the chat.
American
I don't.
Horror Stories is nothing but a series of fan fun.
Yeah,
Do you get that?
I don't know exactly what I said specifically in the chat, what the quote was, but I did say that this is what I was complaining about last week. That there's absolutely nothing wrong with good original, brand new content.
Oh my
That they just
god.
dig up.
I was
This was
so
one of the best episodes of American Horror Story
excited.
that we've had in years.
I have to agree.
And
Mhm.
and
Dude,
guess what?
this
It was all
episode,
original. All the characters were
thumbs
original.
up,
All the
man.
setting was original. All the story was original for American Horror Story. There was
Yes.
nothing that was repetitive as far as
Mm-mm.
we were not in a
Mm-mm.
familiar place. We were not with familiar people. We were not,
Not
this is
at
all new.
all.
I know this
And
was vastly different than last
look
week
how successful this was.
because last week was like deja
I
vu.
loved it. I
Mhm.
needed a good scare. Oh my god, like I needed some good AHS,
Because
and I felt like we haven't had it in so
we weren't
long. And yeah, we
anticipating
got the
something.
first two, but it wasn't the same.
We weren't
It
predicting the
wasn't
episode all
that
the way through. We
scare
weren't
that on
anticipating
your
something.
edge of your seat.
We weren't in familiar territory going, oh, okay, well, this is going to happen. Oh, this is going to happen. Oh, this is familiar. Oh, this
Exactly.
is,
We knew
this
what
is
to
a nice
expect
nostalgia. No, I
in
don't
a
need
way.
nostalgia. I don't need nostalgia in my television series. If I wanted nostalgia, I'd go back and watch the original. I don't need to watch, a redone, this was fantastic. And if this is the way the rest of the series is going, I'm so on board.
I'm down. I'm
This is
down.
where American Horror Story,
Hmm.
this reminded me of the Murder House Asylum days where everything was
It
brand
was
new
different,
and
brand
totally
new.
different, and it was fantastic. Absolutely great.
Asylum for me is still the best one because
You know what? I used to
I
say that.
love Asylum.
I used to say that until we did our rewatch during COVID, and Asylum was like pulling teeth to rewatch. Oh man,
I know
it
it's
was a
very
hard
dark,
rewatch for
but
me.
I
It just
It's
love
dragged
dark.
on. It just
It's
dragged
dark.
on and on. I was like,
Mhm.
God,
It
this season's
does
going on
drag.
forever.
It
Yeah.
does drag a bit, but it's dark.
Yeah, the pace of this in one episode, the shortness of it, because the episode was short. It was like what,
There's
40
there's
minutes?
a
40, it
there's
was
a
like 42
there's a
minutes
problem and there's a solution all in
Correct.
one episode.
in one episode.
It's wrapped up with a fucking bow. It's
So
beautiful.
let's talk about that, but really quick. Spoiler warning if you guys haven't seen it.
Yes, if you have
Yeah.
not seen it, we are about to spoil the shit out of it. 12
So
minutes in now.
what did you guys think of the end? I thought the end. Somebody was making some comparisons to the end. I thought the end was very Tarantino to me. It
Yeah.
was, kind of that
I
Tarantino
kind of felt that a
vibe.
little bit, yeah.
What I did anybody get an astounding meaning or what they were trying to say at the end, or was just
I
a
was
survivor
just
story?
happy to see John Carroll Lynch back.
I know.
I was like, yes. When I saw him drop that movie off, I was like, oh my God, he's here.
Because I didn't get anything profound from the end per se. It
I
was
didn't
just like
either.
it just ended, and we went to commercial break, and I was like,
Why has he always got to
was
be
that
a
the
bad
end?
guy? Because he's a big dude? What?
No.
But see, he said before 1984, John said that he was not going to play killers anymore, or serial killers anymore. That he was he
Yeah,
had a
but
really hard
that's
time
where the
with it.
money
And here
is.
he is, doing it
The
again.
bread and butter. It's the bread and butter, though. That's what the fans want. He knows he's good at it. He knows the fans
Naomi,
love it.
unrecognizable
Naomi with the
again.
eye patch.
She was
And then the bitch lost her other fucking eye. Her good eye.
That's the other
So
one. I
let's
was
talk
like,
about that. Naomi, these kids go to this drive-in, a one-time screening, a one-time event of this cursed movie, like we said.
Mhm.
And Naomi's outside the drive-in, warning people, don't go see this movie. It's cursed.
Nope.
It's cursed. People have died. I was there in 86
in
at the
86.
original filming, blah, blah, blah. And then she talks to our main character, well, one of the main characters, the two mains. And, she tells him, hey, I was there.
Yeah,
My
their
boyfriend went nuts first, ripped my eye out and ate it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
The
what?
main characters' names are Chad and Kelly.
Chad and Kelly, yeah.
Yeah.
Chad and Kelly.
And let's just point out they're both virgins. She doesn't say it, but we know it.
Yeah.
See,
It's very much
also very.
insinuated.
It's
And
typical
that's
for
why
horror
they survived,
formula.
which is,
Exactly.
yes,
Virgins
I
always
was just
survive.
going to say, it's the perfect horror formula. And I knew that from the beginning. There was no reason for them to point out they were virgins
But it's
and
formula.
talk about their sex life
formulaic.
unless they were going to fucking survive.
Exactly. It is typical old school fun camp horror.
And what do they
formula.
do at the end? They get it the fuck on because they
Right.
survived, and now
Yep.
their blood is pumping, and they're Bonnie and fucking Clyde.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
That's what I thought right away. I'm like, damn, look at Bonnie and Clyde here. He done busted up the fucking film projector lady with the fucking film. He just clobbered her till there was no more. She was pulp, man. He could have stopped a long time ago.
What was the whole deal with the end? The whole this is only the first act. You never.
Yes,
I started to
Yeah,
go
I was.
that was
back
the
off.
cliffhanger.
Yeah,
See,
that
I
was
was
the
like, don't leave
cliffhanger
us with a
thing.
cliffhanger. I like the end shot where they're walking away with the
But
explosion,
it
but it's
could
like
have just been him talking about how,
I
people are going to
talking out
talk
his
about
ass.
his film. He's going to, like he said, he's going to be cinematic history. He's going to be talked about
Well, when we
along sides of Kubrick and
Right.
Spielberg,
yeah,
and
when
then
It's
he
all
Larry
the
fucking
980s.
Bitterman.
Bitterman. Well, we had originally commented. I think Julian had said we're doing it when they pulled the reel. We're like, oh, that's not the real. Oh, he's got it hidden somewhere. But it really was. It was that cut and dry. It was that black. I liked it being told that straightforward,
Yeah, because that
without any
was what I
twists or
was thinking
surprises or
too. I
anything like
was
that.
thinking, oh, maybe there's other things he worked on. Because remember, he said he put this back together
Mm-hmm.
because of a first project he was working
The
on.
what when he
Oh
And
yeah,
said
then
first
with the
act, when he said
recipe.
first act,
yeah.
that
I
was the
was.
only cringe moment that I had because I was like, oh god, please don't tell me we're gonna have 10 more episodes of this mess. Just
Yeah,
leave it for what it is.
I was questioning that too because at the end he was just saying this wasn't the end of it.
Yeah, and I was like,
Be, but then
no.
at the end of it, they pan to the computer, and it's actually uploaded, so people can watch it online, which means that technically it didn't go away.
Was it Netflix and chill? They were
I
watching
think
at the end.
I think so.
Oops.
I
Oh,
That's
fuck,
cold.
yeah.
man.
That's cold because it's on
Damn.
Hulu.
So I think that's pretty much what he meant.
Well, Ryan has that big of a contract with
Well,
Netflix.
right. Either way, it's not a dig. It's still
Mhm.
his property,
Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh.
And it's probably going to end up there
And
eventually,
I
too.
just find it really interesting that he's on both platforms now,
Now
Mhm.
Netflix
the
and Hulu.
man is fucking smart
Well, it's
and he's
because
making that money.
Disney now owns the American Horror Story franchise.
Yeah,
So anything that comes after what was already there, they're going to give to Hulu, basically, or
Under that
just
name,
FX.
under
under
the,
that name.
I think
Yeah.
on Crime Story,
Right.
AHS, and whatever show he had pre-established with
Well, Crime
before
Story
the sale with Fox.
Crime Story is supposed to start September 7th, I think. Yeah.
Is it just me, or can you see Michael? Because I haven't seen Michael this whole episode here.
Me?
I
Yeah.
can see him.
No, I
Oh,
should have
you're
phoned
just
them.
loading to me.
Oh,
I see
I should have
Dawn
phoned
just
them.
fine.
Oh no, I can see him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. As long as you know he's there.
He's there.
Hey, let's make sure. Audience, does everybody else see that guy?
He's going full fin tonight.
Uh,
But it's crooked.
I'm actually
It's
very
covered
happy
crooked.
because last week I was kind of disappointed because it was
Yeah.
kind of why are we back here again?
Yeah, I was like, I 16 episodes of that mess from last week. Mm, not for me.
Mm.
No,
Mm.
I've
But
I
I
still
was
haven't watched it, you
I've been
guys.
feeling that way
So
about
no,
the series
okay,
in
well
general since
we're
Apocalypse.
not discussing that.
we're not just. I just wanted to point that out because last week I was very
No, but yeah, from what I've heard from everybody, they were a little disappointed with, last
Mm.
week.
Some people were
So
raving
I'm
about it last week.
I'm
Some people were
glad
like,
that
"I'm
I
so
was
excited."
able to jump in. I mean, I'll still go back and watch it, and
I tell you,
but I'm glad I was able to jump in
the
on
positive
3.
thing about last week was the tone, the music, the ambiance. It put us back in American Horror Story, so that feeling was there. It
yeah.
was very good, that way. Other than
I
that,
think
I was like, there's nothing original about it.
I
I
think
mean,
now
but we're not talking about last week. We're talking about this week.
I think last week he was just trying to warm us
Nika,
up
what are you doing?
to the idea,
Mhm.
and now we're jumping in with both feet.
Well, I hope so, but they said that we are going back to Murder House this season, and that's a well, what are you doing?
Really?
Yeah, they said that we're gonna see some ghosts we haven't seen in Murder
Yeah,
House, that we're going back to
we're
Murder House.
supposed to
See,
be
now
going back.
And
that interests me, though.
why burn Murder House to the ground? Leave it
Murder House is
alone. Be done with it.
It doesn't matter, you guys. It's a
Oh,
helmet. It's a portal. You can't just burn it to the ground.
enough of
It's
the
the
helmet. Enough of the
ground.
portal. Enough of the hell.
It's
Enough
the
of Michael.
ground. It's
Enough
like
of all of
Pet
it.
Cemetery. The ground. It's the
God,
ground.
this whole damn connection nonsense.
Yep.
Jesus.
See.
Pretty sure last week was just ensuring us legit crew and production. Ah.
Hey, where'd I go? I'm sideways. Um, Did anybody see who wrote and directed this episode?
Well, it would make sense. Murder House started American Horror Story.
No,
Why
it doesn't
wouldn't
make
it
sense.
start
No,
American Horror
make no excuses
Stories?
for it.
You know, it's
Make no
supposed to be a
excuses for it. It
connection.
doesn't make
If
sense.
it wasn't going to connect, they wouldn't give it the same fucking name. They'd just call it
The
something else.
intention for this show was not to connect
They
this
don't
stuff.
need to call it
There was
that to
no
get
intention.
Originally,
fanfare.
that was
It's got Ryan's and
There
Brad's
was
name
no
attached, you
intention
know?
originally to connect any of this. It was supposed to be
I
an
know.
anthology series. It's supposed to be about a troupe of actors flexing their acting muscle. Was
But
all this was
I
about.
like that. I like the idea, like you were saying, the Easter eggs, though, and the drop ins
Easter. That's what
about
Pepper was about.
episodes and
That's
things.
all Pepper
Pepper
And
was
was an
about.
Easter egg, yeah.
Pepper was an Easter egg, and then the whole world went ballistic. And here we are,
Yep.
fucking
but
apocalypse.
anyway, we digress.
Yeah,
We
sorry.
digress.
We
I'm
are
bitching
on
about that every week.
episode 3,
because
Drive-In.
if
Which
this
is really
the
episode
kind of
2.
thing
It's
gonna
like,
be all about urban legends, I'm all down for it. It's like let's
well, I
do
think
it.
so. I think that was our tease. We
What
have
if
been guessing urban
wait,
legends.
you guys though, but what if there's because there's many themes that fans have been clamoring for and
What were
themes
some
that
of the other
they've
themes from
wanted.
10?
So what if they're like every so many episodes we get a different type of theme, kind
Well,
of. You
maybe.
know what I mean?
Well,
Underlying theme.
what were some of the rumored themes from to be 10? Did anybody remember?
Aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens was a big one.
Yeah, we're getting that in 10. I
What
think.
was the whole?
We're
I
getting
think
that
so
in 10.
too. Um, the
So,
the teeth thing. People were saying it was
there's the sirens.
Sirens.
the
Which we know we're
sirens.
getting.
Mhm.
I think we're getting later though, aren't we? I don't know. See,
I
said
Yeah.
don't
something about
know.
sirens. But no,
I can't
urban
even
legends
think
was
right
the
now.
big
There's a
one.
lot of them, but yeah, urban
Urban
legends,
legends,
right, was a big one. Oh, summer camp. That's always been a big one. Summer camp. We got that with
summer camp, semester at
1984.
sea. Whatever the whole
Right, and
sea
those
thing.
have always
There's
been big
there's
themes.
people that want it to happen on a ship,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Shipwrecked. People have talked about
Orphanage. But
orphanage.
I mean, did we
big
actually get
one.
teases for those? I think there were
Yeah,
some
we
very
did.
specific teases that we got in 9, but Urban Legends was the big one. So I think
Yeah.
that's what we're getting with this. I don't know. I mean, we already know what double feature is a double feature, which is not going to be a traditional double feature because I'm telling you, it's all going to connect. It's all going to be one thing.
Yeah.
It'll
connect at the end. I know it will.
Yeah, it'll mean something that it was a
Mhm.
double feature. That's the theme. It was because I think what they're doing with 10 is like it's that old 1950s double feature. It's that whole Creature from the Black Lagoon. Is that was always a drive-in double feature or a major cinematic double feature. That's oh god, Nuka just went downstairs. That's what they're going for. They're going for that double feature, and then so we before we get into 10, we're gonna have to look at some of those old double features that used to present itself in horror, like Lagoon, and see where those connects are.
Yeah.
But I think that's what they're doing. So, what movies did they pair together? Things like that.
So, can we talk about the cast? Because
Oh yes, okay. Let's talk about the cast real
let's
quick.
see. Okay,
What time
well
is it?
we have someone else in the chat now too. We have White Bear Productions.
Who's White Bear Productions? Welcome.
Hello,
Are
welcome.
you producing us?
Hello.
Are we going big screen? You're producing us now, White Bear Productions. What's that
He
all
said
about?
Drive-In was Goosebumps / Are You Afraid of the Dark because of the plot. Yes, I agree with that very much so. Because it, like we said, it was like we got a problem and then we got a
Come on,
solution.
Nuka.
But it started with like an urban legend, a story.
Come on.
Everybody was told the story, and then we watched it unfold. So I agree with that a lot, for
I'm in the dark, y'all. Sorry, Nuka. Let's go.
And he said if episode 7 will serve as an epilogue, what if? So I think that means what if episode 7 will serve as an epilogue?
What do you mean episode 7? We're only getting 7 episodes? I thought we were getting 16.
No. And then BRT said, so 7 will serve like a finale and then a break and then resuming 8 to 16. It's probably, is it because of filming? Or they're done filming, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Well, they're done. They're doing 10 right now.
I've been getting mixed things because people
Good.
are saying it's supposed to end at 7, but we're supposed to get 16, so I don't get it.
No, I think this part of the season is going to end at 7 because there's always a break. There's always a break in between. It's usually some weird like after episode 3 or some shit, but this may be after episode 7 because it's summertime or whatever.
Right. That and then we'll have story.
Nuka, come on.
Starting. So I mean,
Nuka, come on.
I don't know though. I
Nuka.
loved this episode, you
God damn
guys. I
it.
This
really
Let's
did.
episode
go. Get
was
in now.
really good. Yeah.
Now.
I think it was exciting from the start to the finish. I was a
Right now.
little kind of like at
Right
the
now.
end. I'm not gonna lie, but that it was still good. But that's
Yeah.
only because it
Right
wasn't as
now.
high intense as the rest
Hold
of
on,
it
y'all.
was. Because
Mhm.
we were getting, a wrapped up answer. So,
Right.
I mean, I was fine with that. It was still okay, but it just, the pacing slowed down, is all it was,
Uh-huh.
which was fine. It wrapped it up, like I said. But I loved it.
I
I don't
did.
know
I
about you
did like.
guys.
I did like the cast in this episode too,
Yeah, let's run down the cast real quick.
because we're getting new people.
Do you have a list of the cast
I
pulled up
do.
by chance?
I do not. Let's
You're
see.
supposed to have
Sorry, y'all.
that,
I just spilled my chop.
lady.
I'm not perfect, people. It happens to all of
You
us.
are. Your name is DeWanda.
I am not perfect,
Oh, sorry,
but
God. What's your...
I do like the
But
cast.
yeah, so we had some favorites back, like John Carroll Lynch, Naomi
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Grossman.
Grossman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were amazing too, and I was so happy as
I
soon as I
wanted.
saw both of them.
I wanted to see more of Naomi because there
Yeah,
wasn't.
she snuck into that fucking projection booth, and I was like, yes, get in there, unplug it. But you knew she wasn't going to. That was too early. That was right at the beginning.
Well, we heard her
She
first,
died pretty
which was
early
fun.
on.
We heard her first for about a good 5 minutes. We kept hearing her, but not seeing her.
Yeah,
Which is fun.
Mm,
Did y'all get your snacks?
I got my snacks.
Strawberry, jelly beans.
I got my
I
snacks.
don't. I don't have a snack.
I'm going
Oh.
down the chocolate route tonight.
I
No,
want
goddamn
some
you.
chocolate. I
I
miss chocolate.
I have 4 different flavors.
Lay down.
I have
Nice.
regular milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and then I have 2 different ones. One of them has toffee bits, and the other one has almonds in it. So
Mm.
it's all
Look
good.
at you mixing it up.
Okay.
Yep.
What time are we looking at? We're
What
going
do
on
you
this
got
time.
for a snack? That
Jelly beans.
guy.
Strawberry
What do
jelly
you
beans.
got for snacks?
Jelly
Skittles?
beans.
Jelly beans?
Mm.
Starburst jelly beans?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Nice.
What are we doing? What
I
time is it?
pretend I have a snack, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
I don't have one this time, and I'm not going in to get one.
We're going to
Well,
spin
yeah,
the
you
wheels
don't
here.
really have the kids, so that's okay.
Okay. Any last comments?
Yeah. All right,
Watch
guys.
it. Watch it, people.
How about our people in the comments? Anybody have anything that they want to add?
Oh, Debbie said Toulouse and Odie say hi, Nuka.
Nuka's in trouble. Y'all leave him alone.
Oh, leave him alone.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, Blaze wants to know what our favorite Black Mirror episode is.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Black Mirror?
Nope.
Okay, so I don't remember the exact names of the episodes, and I've seen a bit of a couple seasons. I kind of stopped watching when I just stopped watching TV in general. But there's a Christmas one that really fucking freaked me out. That one's pretty good. In the first season. And then in the first season, the one that I like too is the one where they have to like work for everything for their money and stuff, and they're in like boxes and shit.
Angelica?
It's very technological, and that one was cool.
And Peggy.
Oh,
Let's
she missed
see.
you.
She's not paying attention.
She's not paying attention.
What
That's
else?
all right.
I'm here. And Peggy's got to be late, fashionably late.
Uh-huh.
And BRT wants to know, do we know if we get more Naomi this season?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I thought they got one episode.
Which is sad.
That's probably all we'll get with her, but it would be cool if we do see her again.
And I think that's all we're gonna get with John Carroll Lynch too.
Mm-hmm.
And Debbie said she didn't know most of the cast, but no matter, they were all great, which I agree with. I totally agree with.
A couple of the
They
leads
really
were really good
and
last week.
some of them you can tell were newbies because they were young.
Yeah, a couple of the cast was really good last week, but this cast far succeeded them. They were a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rumored that Naomi's in part 2 of AHS
Part 2.
10.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Some of them
Okay,
are doing
just
double
10.
duty.
There we go.
Yeah. Some of them are doing double duty, and we already know that
However,
um uh what's this Tate's
Yes,
supposed to show
Debbie,
up.
15 million merits. That's exactly the one I'm talking about. And the white Christmas one. Yes.
mm-hmm.
Those ones were both really good. Those creeped me out. I liked them.
Anything else we're adding?
Blaze
Anything
said he
else
has
to
a
add?
Blaze says he has a theory for us.
Okay.
All right,
Oh,
Blaze,
One
give it
last
to
theory
us.
before we wrap it up.
what is it?
What's the theory?
We got to give him a second to type.
Oh,
I know.
So
go ahead.
let's take this moment to say
Yes.
we have a birthday to celebrate
That's
tonight.
right.
Yes, there is.
In the
Yes, there is.
house.
So
We
all
would
of our
like to
listeners,
celebrate. Who? Tell us.
oh, it's birthday.
That guy.
Well, where is he?
He's in the bed, y'all. He's sleeping. But if
All
everyone
right.
wants to listen and wish him a
All
happy
right
birthday,
then.
today's birthday.
Happy birthday to Julian. Happy birthday to Julian.
Yeah, wait.
Happy birthday, dear
Julian.
Julian. Happy birthday to you.
Yay!
Mwah.
Happy
Yay!
birthday,
Happy
babe.
birthday. I
Okay.
told him, I said, happy birthday, you sexy bitch,
Yup.
you.
Midnight yet? Okay, great. So that's why I'm wrapping this up
Yep.
Yes.
because it is now midnight.
Okay.
Now it's
Nice.
birthday.
Debbie said, happy birthday to Julian.
Yay!
Alert, alert.
Alert!
Alert.
Alert!
All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up, but Blaze,
Wait.
please leave your theory in the comment for us after we wrap up because we
Yes.
want to hear all about it and we will discuss this with you because we love theories.
Yeah.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. So we will say good night. We love you guys. We love you for being here. Remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to someone else because they deserve it too. We
Don't
will
have you
see you
paid
guys
spade or
in the
neuter.
next one.
All right. Take
Bye,
care,
guys.
guys. Bye.
And we're out.
No, we're
No.
not.